Hey, Brett Curry here, bringing you Marketing Must number 2. Now, I'm standing in front of the public library today, and I'm doing that for an important reason. So let's go inside, and I'll share with you this important marketing tip. So I think we'd all agree that right now you can't afford to have a weak marketing message. You can't afford to have uninspired sales presentations. That's just not going to cut it. We need to be on our A game. The message that we share has to be powerful, persuasive, and compelling. And so I'm in the public library today for a very important reason, and I brought a couple of visual aids. The first is a newer book by Lee Child called Gone Tomorrow, part of the Jack Reacher series. Fantastic book. I also went a little bit old school and brought in a VHS copy of The Godfather Part 2. Now, why is it that books and movies are so important to us? Why is it that we love movies and books so much? Why are we captivated by them? And the reason is we love stories. We love stories. Stories move us emotionally. They're engaging. They're captivating. We love good stories. And I remember several years ago a great sales trainer told me that facts tell and stories sell. And it's so true, and I've used that principle ever since to grow my own business and also to help my clients. And in fact, several months ago I was doing some sales training with a pretty large Midwest TV station. And one of the activities I had them do is I had them go around the room and I had each person share a story of how they had personally helped a business with TV advertising to get better results. And as they went around the room and shared, I was thinking to myself, you know what, if I needed TV advertising as a business owner, I would consider these guys because these stories are extremely powerful. We can all think of public speakers that we've heard, maybe some really good ones, and even years after the fact, we probably can't remember the 3 points of their message, but what we do remember are the stories that they share. Stories are very powerful. So I have to ask you, how are you using stories in your sales and marketing? How are you using testimonials to sell your products or services? I know one of the most successful things I've done for my ad agency is to just share case studies and stories of how I've helped other companies. A particular bathroom modeler I started working with several years ago, they came to me because they had a decent sized budget, but it wasn't getting the results that it should be. They could no longer justify spending that much if they didn't get better results. So I came in and without increasing the budget, just shifting the message, shifting the media mix, changing a few things up, we started getting increased results immediately. Another client, a hearing aid dealer, came to me and they just spent a ton of money with a larger ad agency. They had done a campaign of 3 months or maybe a little bit more. Got very limited results. They brought me in, we enhanced a few things. I actually started using stories in their marketing, and over the course of 2 weeks, we brought in more sales than in the previous 3 months. So this stuff absolutely works. So I have to ask you, how are you using stories in your sales presentations and in your marketing messages? And actually I have a really simple 4-step process to create a powerful story. Okay? And this, if you use this, you'll be able to create stories that are powerful, that are meaningful, and that are moving. And what you want to have happen is you want to have your prospect hear this story and imagine that they're the company in the story. Okay? So my formula is this: before, after, why, and how. Before, after, why, and how. So you want to first share the before story. Okay, before we started working with this company, or before our customer tried our product, this is what their life was like. They were extremely overweight. They were losing money in their business, whatever. This is what the story was like. This is what their life was like before working with us. Then you want to share the after. After they started taking our product, the pounds started falling off every day. They had to go out and buy all new clothes, or they started making money almost immediately. So you want to share that after story. Then you want to share why, okay? Because people are skeptical. If you tell them what happened but don't tell them why, they might not believe you, because we've all been burned. We've all heard a sales pitch that wasn't true. So you want to share with them why. So we got these amazing results, and here's why. This is why it worked. And then the how is just as important. You want to share how this can work for them. So here's how these things can work in your situation and in your life. So the marketing must, that we talked about today is tell stories. Compelling, powerful stories. And if you do that, your results will be fantastic. Until next time, thanks a bunch.